Art class, he quietly started sketching the little man again. Within minutes, the children around him gasped. "Wow," said Tina. "Did your older brother draw that?" asked Jake. Pinty grinned proudly. "Nope, I did." Even the art teacher looked shocked. "Pinty," she said slowly, "this is wonderful progress." Pinty nearly floated out of his chair with happiness. For the first time in his life, he felt proud of something he had created. That afternoon, Pinty rushed home to continue drawing with his funny little teacher. But when he opened his school bag, the magical pencil was gone. He searched everywhere, under the bed, inside the fridge, even inside his father's shoes. Nothing. Pinty felt terrible. "What if the magic is gone forever?" he whispered sadly. Then he noticed something even stranger. The paper that had contained the talking drawing was now completely blank. Not a single mark remained. That night, Pinty could not sleep. "Maybe I imagined everything," he thought. Finally, he sat up, grabbed an ordinary yellow pencil, and nervously drew another little circle. For a moment, nothing happened. Then a tiny, squeaky voice whispered, "Seriously? Again with this lumpy head?" Pinty jumped so high he banged his knee on the table. "You're back!" Pinty cried. The little drawing crossed its tiny arms. "Of course I'm back. Did you think I'd let you become a terrible artist again?" "But the magical pencil disappeared." The drawing smiled. The pencil was never the real magic. Pinty stared silently. "The real magic," the drawing explained, "was you practicing without getting angry. Before this, you gave up after 5 minutes and acted like drawing was homework from outer space." Pinty scratched his head. It was true. Whenever something became difficult, he always quit. From that day on, Pinty practiced every evening. He drew animals, houses, bicycles, monsters, and funny teachers with giant noses. Sometimes his drawings looked amazing. Sometimes they looked like disasters. Once he accidentally drew a horse that looked exactly like his Uncle Bob sleeping after lunch. His mother laughed for 10 minutes straight. The little drawing never stopped talking. "Fix my ears. My legs are too short. Why am I wearing 2 different shoes? Please don't color my face green unless I'm sick." Every mistake became funny instead of frustrating. Weeks later, the school announced another art competition. This time, the winner's painting would appear on the front cover of the school magazine. The whole school buzzed with excitement. Pinty felt nervous, but this time, he did not feel afraid. On the day of the competition, Pinty sat quietly with his pencils and paper. He began drawing a funny little character standing proudly beneath a rainbow. Around the character were children laughing, painting, and helping each other. As he worked, he imagined the little drawing whispering in his ear, "Careful with my hair. That rainbow looks hungry. Maybe don't make my nose the size of a banana." Pinty smiled the entire time. Hours later, the judges examined every drawing carefully. First prize went to Peter Taylor. The classroom exploded with applause. Pinty's heart pounded like a drum. His art teacher proudly placed the golden ribbon in his hands. "You earned this," she said warmly. That evening, Pinty ran to the old shop to thank the strange old man. But when he reached the market, he stopped in confusion. The tiny, dusty shop was gone. In its place stood a bakery. Pinty asked the baker, "What happened to the old man with the white beard?" The baker looked puzzled. "Son," he said, "there has never been a pencil shop here." Pinty stood silently for a long moment. Then he looked down at the drawing book in his hands. On the last page appeared a tiny doodle waving at him. "Don't stand there looking confused forever," the doodle squeaked. "Go practice. Your cats still look like hairy potatoes." Pinty burst into laughter so loudly that even the baker started laughing without knowing why. From that day forward, Pinty never feared mistakes again. Whenever something felt difficult, he remembered the silly little drawing that complained about crooked noses and square circles. He understood that nobody becomes good at anything in one day. Skills grow slowly, one happy practice at a time. And sometimes, the secret to success is simply learning to laugh while improving. Moral of the story: never give up just because something feels difficult at first. Practice, patience, and enjoying the journey can turn even your biggest weakness into your greatest strength.